Hey guys, this is now the final episode of Sin and Skulduggery. This is the 10th episode and a continuation of our finale. This is the second part. This is uh, we're going to be detailing the last moments of the adventures of our group of rogues and a druid and a fighter called Overshadow. So, just to give a quick recap of what happened last session, uh, Overshadow was able to obtain a weapon that could kill the Archfey Golgotha and put an end to all the insanity that's happening in Skulduggery Island and bring it back to the material plane. So they got the dagger, and with the collective help of the Skulduggery and all of their allies from the previous session, they are able to fly all the way to the Heaven Sphere Fortress, sneak in past the monsters and into the castle of Golgotha. They're also aided by a mercenary named Draven, and they were guided by one of the rogues that work for Skulduggery, Rotaran, who was able to guide them with his X-ray vision to essentially navigate through the maze of the palace and find the throne room of Golgotha. On the way, they fought off a few monsters that were guarding the Archfey. They were fighting doppelgangers of Duskbunny, Vendetta, and Vigil, but they were able to kill them no problem. They also fought Robin Hoodlum, who was turned into a monster, but was also killed by Trandafira. Eventually, they confronted Golgotha in the throne room, and after a huge fight, they won. Duskbunny was able to stab him to death with the abrogate dagger, and the Archfey is fully dead. And that's what happened, and we'll be picking up from that moment onwards. So, right now, it is still the 46th day of Green Sprout in the year 1056 AP. And we pan to the entire island of Skulduggery, which is wrapped around a force field, which essentially puts the island in the Feywild. Like, in terms of perspective, people from outside the force field can still see the island. People within the material plane. However, the island has been essentially a part of the Feywild because of this force field. However, the moment that Golgotha was killed, the force field has broken apart. It's like a dome made of stain-colored glass, and now it's like shattered into a million pieces, and now the island is back in the material plane. However, the landmass, the floating island of Heaven Sphere, is still on top of Skulduggery Island. It is also present, and unfortunately, that entire floating island is falling apart and landing straight on top of the island below it. Now, as that's happening, Overshadow, you were able to find your allies, and Homer, I'll say you had enough spell slots to transform you three again into a giant eagle, so you guys could like fly out of the castle that's collapsing. I want to ask a question. Are you guys going to take the corpse of Golgotha, or are you just going to leave it in the castle?
Its head.
I would like to take it. We will dismember it.
Okay. How will you dismember it exactly? Like, You take the head? Do you?
Yes.
Yes,
The
chop the head
head.
and wrap it around like my waist.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Not
Go.
mine. I don't want that to be an example for little Jonathan.
Okay.
Give it to someone else.
Okay. Go. So you carry also the dismembered corpse of Golgotha, and the castle was, falling apart. But I'll say that since most of you are rogues and the two of you have magic, you're able to like dodge the debris, no problem. Uh, and then you got inside you three. Homer turned it into a giant eagle, and you guys were able to fly out of the castle. Now the problem is like. The landmass, the island is so. Just to give you guys a visual, just imagine like the island of Lapu-Lapu just floating above the main island, okay? And now imagine that floating island of Lapu-Lapu just falling downwards towards the main island. Now imagine the entire island covered with like C4 explosives. That's like not very good. So basically, Heaven's Spear is filled with all this arcane energy that Golgotha has gathered. And he was the only guy keeping all that energy under control. So, essentially, the island is filled with magical energy and it's now falling down on top of the island. That could create like a massive explosion that would just blow the island off the map, and you guys would probably be killed by the shockwave as well. But, however, before any of that worst case scenario could happen, you see threads of multicolored energy just like erupt somewhere from the island. And when you guys look outside, you notice that it's coming from the area where Tenda Town was like creating its domain. So for those who are curious to know what happened, you guys can make an Arcana check to like, understand what's going on. A quick Arcana check.
Everybody check.
Yeah, if whoever wants to. What is the already? Oh.
It's
I
quite
learned
it's
something.
quite simple, really.
Uh,
Oh my god.
wow.
It's funny how the mages are.
-1.
No. I like how our mages are they're very like, wow, what's going on? Um, okay. So Vigil. Okay. I'll say Vigil and Teej were able to like have some passing understanding of what's going on. So for you guys were able to understand that what's essentially happening is Tenda Town, this Tenda Town is basically a magical entity. It's basically a living pocket of space and time. So what he's trying to do right now is he's using his ability to occupy space and reality to try and prevent Heaven's Sphere from landing on the city and blowing everything up. So at first you're not sure if Tenda Town will succeed, but then you notice that all these threads of energy and basically he's like warping space and reality and trying to like absorb the island into itself. And just to give you a visual, it's essentially he's just bending space and time and trying to absorb what's essentially like a falling meteorite, so he's essentially gathering himself around Heaven's Sphere, and eventually you see him successfully absorb the island. And so Heaven's Sphere stops falling, and now it's just hovering in the air. And you guys just realize that Tenda Town has essentially merged with Heaven Sphere, and now instead of like a small pocket of space, he's basically like a Pokemon. He has evolved into like an entire floating island now, and he has prevented like um, a very catastrophic event. You know, like the island could have like just been wiped out of Taran, but he prevented that from happening. You were all able to like breathe a sigh of relief. You know, like it would have sucked if you all died in this random explosion after like, you know, killing a powerful dude. So the day is saved and you guys are able to breathe a sigh of relief. Now we're gonna cut to 3 days after, because we're gonna skip to the part where you guys are now celebrating because you guys won, you guys survived, and as Duskbunny said, he's going to treat you all of you to like carrot juice. So we're gonna jump to that part. You guys are inside Tenda Town's domain because the city is a wreck. It's really like a lot of buildings and a lot of establishments are not active because all the monsters that were working for Golgotha was just wrecking the place. So before anything else, as you guys are gathered around celebrating, you're all gathered here. Romeo and Sage are also there, and so is the leaders of Skulduggery Island. Let's see. It will be... here it is. Okay. The mayor approaches you guys, and she tells you guys, so Overshadow, I'd like to thank all of you for, you know, for playing a critical role in retaking this island and assassinating Golgotha. Without your help, we wouldn't have been able to put an end to the crisis that was at hand. So, you know, you must all celebrate while the rest of us try to rebuild and fix the island, get it back fully operational. So yeah, guys, now's your time to like role play or have a conversation. Or what do you all wanna like bring up? Oh, and there's not a blank space here. Like in the center where you guys are gathered, there's like food and drinks there that you were able to like acquire somehow. So yeah, you guys are currently like celebrating.
Anyone else experience coming back from the dead? Quite an adventure, I'd say.
So how is heaven? What does heaven look or hell look like?
Oh, well, I was actually given a vision. I had a vision where I could have gone to heaven.
Oh.
I could have met my friends there. But I thought I have other friends too. And I wanted to get back to them as well, so I decided to go back, you know? That and mostly because Jonathan, yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't want to make you feel
what else?
Yeah, but when I was dead, no one else died?
This actually like tells you guys like, oh yeah, I've seen the exact same thing actually when I died for a few seconds. So like I was following the rest of the Soteris, but then I heard of something like pulling me back. So yeah. Apparently when you die you go to like a gray place, and then yeah, That's what happens.
That's like the waiting room.
It's like a waiting room, I guess.
Yeah. People will just claim you if you're heaven or hell.
Yeah, it's sad how the gap between life and death doesn't give me a new color to see, just gray.
No. Alright.
You also notice that Jonathan has he stopped rapidly aging, but now he's like 5 years old fully. So yeah.
Mentally and physically?
Like mentally and physically. Like he has the mental capacity of a 5-year-old now. Like
that's great.
He has the same learning capacity as a 5-year-old, but he doesn't have. It's been like maybe like a week since he was born, so he doesn't know anything yet, but he can pick up knowledge quickly as like a 5-year-old. So there's that.
I guess Vigil would pick him up, show kind of both a feeling of worry and pride. The child's learning very fast, but apparently he's 5.
Yeah. It's like most of the stuff you like perhaps our new problem now is finding him a good education.
Maybe we can ask our other fellow Overshadow mates to for some recommendations for their hometown.
That's true. Do you guys what school have you guys gone to, and like is it any good? For Jonathan.
Yeah.
I went to public school, so I don't recommend that unless he wants to learn how to steal and cheat off of other people. Then yeah, why not?
I see.
All right, we'll keep that in mind. Anyone else?
I don't think Vendetta got an education.
I like how Homer thinks.
I mean, public school is free. You don't gotta spend none.
I think money is one of our issues, considering how much our entire lifetime.
All right. Go to your fancy ass schools, then get that education, little boy.
And then you also notice, guys, that while you guys are talking, Jonathan actually has been exhibiting magical abilities as well. You notice while you're talking, he's actually just using his mind to like move food towards him and just eating it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Check my finger if he actually took my ring of telekinesis.
You check, you look, and like you still have your ring on. So whatever he's doing is like by his own power, it seems. And then you also hear like a voice in your head, Vigil. You hear him say, you hear a voice in your head saying, "Have one," and then you see like Jonathan like just like
Looking at you.
Food. Yeah.
Creepily looking at you. Staring into your soul.
Yeah. So he just revealed to you that not only can he move things with his mind, he also has like mind reading abilities as well. Most likely inherited from you.
I have my own Anya. That's nice.
Yeah. And then Jonathan like asks you like he asks you in his own voice this time. He says, "Hey Pa, what does kill mean?"
Oh, he has mind reading ability, so I don't think I can hide much. So I think, like, upon thinking of the idea of killing, I think Jonathan already read that.
Yeah. So now he's like, he read from some of you, like, since some of you killed a bunch of people, so yeah. Now, while that's happening, the mayor tells you guys that So guys, as much as I am thankful for you guys for aiding us, I hope you guys understand that whatever gold we have in hand, we are trying to funnel it to bringing back the island, fully operational. Make sure that everyone can carry on with, basic living. I don't think Tenda Town can maintain maintain an entire city complex on its own. So we'll have to find a way to fix the fallen city and reoccupy it. However, we've worked so well with each other, and I understand that some of you can get cranky at the idea of having to wait for payment. So I have the next best thing in paying you. It's been a busy 3 days, but I was able to come up with something for you guys. So as she was saying that, you notice 5 individuals also approaching you guys at the north of the map. Yeah, Homer can help with fixing the island, at least its natural things. So these 5 individuals, they approach you. You notice tiefling with teal coloration. Instead of red, she is teal colored. And she is wearing a very she's a woman. She wears a suit, a blue colored suit that complements her skin tone, and she has white hair that's okay, the photo doesn't really show it exactly, but her hair is basically tied in a prim and proper bun. And to her left side, you recognize Ronan immediately. And along beside him is his Warforged servant, Roy. And he also carries a winged cat in his arms. And on the other side, you also recognize one of Ronan's bodyguards that accompanied him all the way since you guys first met, except she seems to be, based on quick observation, it seems like she's now working for this woman instead. The mayor introduces her to you guys. So everyone, this is Prime Elector Teal Yali, and you've met before the former Emperor Ronin and their bodyguard Persephone. Let me just type down the name just so you guys, in case you guys misheard. Okay, so the mayor tells you guys that, see guys, with their help, I was able to have something for you guys to reward with. Since the island is a wreck, perhaps you guys would like to take a vacation, perhaps in the new land and keep that we will be gifting you as a reward. It used to be one of Ronan's summer home in the Gosolteo Republic, but he and I decided to gift you this plot of land as a reward. It's yours to keep, and it could be a nice getaway place for all of you. Of course, thank you, Lord Ronan, for this gracious offer. And then you hear Ronan say, of course, you're welcome, Mayor. Since the island will now become a part of my country, it's think of it as a way for you to way of welcoming you. So, just to explain to you guys, what you guys just realized is you guys now essentially earn a plot of land with a house. So you guys have a house. Except it's all the way in Ronan's country. And he just like casually revealed to you guys that the island is going to become a part of Ronan's country now. So how do you react to this? You know, you're getting a house, and what are your reactions?
Shoot, Paul, we can grow farm.
Yeah, that's true. There is actually a bit of land there where we can use for farming stuff.
All right. I guess my grandparents is finally branching out.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, hang on. Can we grow carrots?
Yes, of course. You could also grow carrots in that plot of land.
Yeah, but we're growing apples first.
This compromise is acceptable.
All right. And then the mayor explained to you guys as well that, well, guys, and just so you know now, the island of Skulduggery is now becoming a part of the Gusselpay Republic because with the shit that has happened in this island, I fear that other countries will try to, you know, take over in the guise of helping us out. So we decided to just let Ronan's country essentially take over because we trust them a lot more than the other countries. And because they're gonna let us do our thing, you know, we're just a part of the country in name, but we still have our independence. So I guess that makes all of us citizens of the Republic now, in a way. Well, we are. Yeah. And that lady over there, Teej, she is the prime elector, basically the president. And yeah, she wants to you know, meet you all and see the ones that have helped us retake this island. And so Teej approaches you guys and tells you that thank you for your help, guys, and I look forward to working with you for whatever problems our country comes across. Hopefully you guys don't do any super serious crimes though, because that'd be a problem.
By super serious crimes, what does that mean exactly?
Oh, just, you know, don't kill any people in the government and don't kill innocent people, maybe, you know?
What if the people in the government are evil and corrupt?
Bad.
Oh, then you can kill them. Like, I can give you the kill them.
What
As long
if
as you have proof.
What if someone in the government tells me
Close
that
to
my
you.
tells me that my ears look funny?
Well, if they're not guilty of worse crimes than that, then don't kill them.
Is it wrong to frame someone for a crime and then use that newfound guilt in reason to kill them because they made fun of
No.
my ears?
No, do not, absolutely do not do that. That's not okay.
All right, but what if I don't like the person? Is that not reason enough to kill them?
Just don't kill any innocent people, and well, I guess we won't have any problems, you know?
But they're not innocent. That's why I hate them.
I don't know. And then Ronan's like, they're just messing with you, Theo. Just whatever.
Oh, we are? I was actually serious.
So, Jed also tells you guys, by the way, guys, I would like to thank all of you for, killing Golgotha and avenging my father. Now I can probably rebuild the Spearhead Club, but you know what? I think I am better off traveling around the world and doing my own thing now. Managing the business was my father's thing and not mine. So, Vendetta, I was thinking that maybe you could take over the Spirit Club. That's not too much to ask.
I'd love to do so, cousin. If you don't mind me making changes.
What do you mean changes? Are you going to like add strippers into the club or something?
Probably.
Instead of the indoor pool just being at the front, it covers the entire floor.
But don't do that. I'm pretty sure my dad will haunt the whole place if like the whole floor is a swimming pool.
No, we'll put glass over it.
Oh, okay. Well, what? Then
Yeah, very. No, it's for aesthetic purposes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like
I don't
of
think
course,
you
like
understand the vision.
a
You're just
section.
not artistic enough.
Oh,
You know, I think you're right, Sorcha. I am just a doctor after all, not an artist.
Also, like a section of the floor will open up in case we need to ice someone.
That's not a bad idea actually. I didn't know why my dad did that. Anyway, I will now be traveling with Ronan here, so I trust the rest of you guys to take care of my father's business in a way that I probably couldn't achieve.
we gotcha.
I will visit though from time to time just to check on the place because I worry sometimes that you might go overboard. Maybe if I'm back, maybe the ceiling has a swimming pool too, for some reason.
Are you
No.
boyfriends?
How what? What potions?
No, are you boyfriends?
No, we're just really good friends.
Ooh,
Is
that's
that
what they
like,
all say.
is that like really good friends or really good friends?
And then Ronan just approaches like, we are really good friends, but we sleep together sometimes.
Ooh.
So sometimes you're boyfriends and sometimes you're just friends.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Doesn't that just make it boyfriend? Whatever, you do you.
Yeah, that's right. And then after Sage and Romeo approaches you guys as well, and you guys actually realize that Romeo is not wearing the black armor anymore. It's actually Sage now that is wearing it, and Sage tells you guys that he is happy for it. By the way, the dragon is also here, by the way. I just want you guys to know that. Yeah.
I was just like, we have a dragon in our midst.
Yeah. But yeah, Sage actually assures you guys that Juliet is, she's well trained. And
Can we ride it?
Yeah, you actually can, yeah.
Nice. Dibs
Yeah.
on the dragon.
Sige, who will be riding the dragon? You, Vendetta, will ride it.
Yes.
Sige, go. You will be riding the dragon, and you basically have a very Game of Thrones sequence where you're on the dragon flying in the sky.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just
And
finished
then-
that
Just
show.
finish that. Yeah.
Yeah. You just finished what?
House of Dragons.
Nice. So yeah, you're having nothing bad happens. The dragon's fine. You have it completely under control.
Ooh. Can
Yeah.
I make a fire I love you on the beach? Like ILY.
The problem lang is this dragon, the very same dragon that Paulia and Dante fought. This dragon doesn't breathe fire; it breathes acid. So
Oh.
it can do like a "I love you" in the ground.
Sure. I would like to be in the middle, please. I know lang kaya there's food there.
Yeah. It will. If you tell it to do it, it will, and then you just see the words "I love you" written in in the ground.
Nice.
And then-
I wonder if I have it spray acid on the skeleton people, the magisters and the majors, will they die again?
Yeah, they'll be injured. They're immune to
Oh.
poison, but not acid.
Ooh. Never
Yeah.
mind then. It's okay.
By the way, when you like carve these words in the ground, you see like giant subtitles appear in front of you, telling you like you better fix that later, because you're still inside Tenda Town and you basically like vandalized this ground.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Pero
I return it.
Sige,
Yeah.
go.
I returned it here. And I whispered, that was so cool.
Yeah. So Romeo basically has retired as the champion of the Skulduggery, and now it's Sage who is the new champion. That's why he's wearing his armor. So yeah, Romeo's retiring, and he can finally like die like a proper normal person. He will grow old and stuff like that. So now Sage is the one who carries the responsibility. And yeah, Sage is telling you guys in Taringan Sign Language how like he's proud of you guys, and like he looks forward to like working with who's still gonna work pa. But yeah, Sage asks the rest of you, like, what are your plans now? Each of you, like, are you guys gonna retire to the Republic, or who's working and who's still working and who's retiring? What's your plans?
I'm actually not sure. What do you think, Dad?
Well, it's completely up to you, Sorcha. But whether you work or retire, I'll be right with you, to help you out. But it doesn't seem like a bad idea to take a vacation at least over at the Republic. We can think about it further while we're taking a break.
All right, because I happen to have this. Kasi ito itong sabot ko yung Raffe na she received the letter.
Yeah, you take out this letter.
Yes.
And you actually received this letter a couple of days before the whole island was in chaos, but you hadn't you received it minutes before the chaos started, so you never had a chance to actually read it.
Mhm.
So you pull out this letter, and you know that this letter is from your family, the House of Splendor, because you open the envelope and you notice like there was like a telltale like design of it, and yeah, you haven't opened the letter yet and you don't know what's written in it, but you thought to yourself you'll check this letter when you live through this chaos. So yeah, Luke recognizes the letter and he tells you, have you read it?
No, I haven't. I figured now would be a good time to read it. That we're all finished with this part of our lives. So I figured, why not?
All right, what? Go ahead, open it.
Okay. So see Sorcha, she opens it and then she reads it.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's basically like it's a very awkward letter. It's from her
Yeah.
mom.
Mhm.
Kaya finally, after years of trying, ang mom ni Sorcha was able to send her a letter. But, because Sorcha's mom, si Shadow,
Mhm.
never met Sorcha, or she doesn't know what to write. So it just felt very generic and awkward.
Mhm.
And but towards the end of the letter, si Shadow, she does apologize for not doing more to try and reach out to her or to help her dad, like Sorka's dad's side of the family. And then we just asked her to quote unquote come home because she belongs there with the rest of her siblings and everything.
Mhm.
This is Sorka, although she appreciates uh, her mom's efforts, she still feels like she's not a part of that family because she never grew up. And yet she still feels very unwelcome there. And
Mhm.
even though her mom wants her there, maybe her siblings don't.
Yeah.
Her siblings don't even know she exists. Yeah, her grandparents hate her and like her dad and her other grandparents. And so she just takes a really deep breath and then folds the letter
Mhm.
into like then she folds it in like a quarter, so small na lang tayo, puts in her pocket.
Mhm.
And she said, yeah, maybe I do just need to rest for now. Go home, uh, go back to my grandparents and just live life the way I used to.
Mhm. When Luke sees you do that, he just puts an arm on your shoulder and tells you, I'm so proud of you, Bright Moon. Whatever you do, I'm always gonna support you, right?
I know that. And also, please don't call me Bright Moon ever. Mama gave me that name. I don't like that name at all. Just call
Of
me
course.
Sorcha, please.
All right,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yes. Thanks, Dad. Also, I will also take this time, this opportunity to invite you guys over to my family's orchard because it's apple season and I make the best apple pie.
Nice.
And also, I don't know if you guys remember, but katuganing sa two fruits in one life.
Mm-hmm.
Si Sorcha, she's won the apple pie baking contest for like pila ka years in a row. Yeah. So she just goes, and y'all better try my apple pie because for 5 years in a row, I was the grandmaster champion person, gold medalist for my town's apple pie baking contest. So don't forget to stop by.
Nice. Yeah. Everyone is even everyone's actually impressed with that actually. Like the fact that you were like you won like many times in like a pie baking contest, like Sage, the mayor, even Ronan's like, wow, they're impressed with that.
Yeah, that's a truth. That's a truth. Oh my, that was the lie. It wasn't actually 5 years in a row. because the last year she tied with her arch nemesis. Just some random old lady in her town. That's all. Like it's not serious. But she just says she won 5 years, and I'm like, okay, na hurt yung pride. Oh no.
That is why. That was Sorcha's villain origin story, losing the pie eating contest.
That's true. That's true.
No, not losing, tying, tying. So,
Yeah. Keyword on the tie.
yeah. And then, see here. Yeah, what about the rest of the other members of Overshadow? Like, who else is like, what's your plans? How do you see yourself in the next year?
5 years from now.
Yeah.
No one else?
No one else? Okay, go Vendetta.
I will actually approach Jed and I will say, excuse me, Ronan, might I have a word with my cousin?
Yeah, all right.
All right. Then we go here.
Where? Okay.
And then I say, so, you're gonna run in, huh?
Yeah.
For how long?
When we visited to get the dagger.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I wish you well, cousin. You have a very, hopefully, good relationship with the bishops. They're pretty well off and very adventurous too. Very much like the people you are looking for to hang out. I'll take care of the club, the business, and I'll always make sure to have Uncle in mind, and would love to have you over soon. Although I do have intentions to set up parameters with regards to the people we work with, if you know what I mean, so that we don't have a repeat of Miss Rebecca Karen. Would that be all right?
Yeah, of course. It's best we do that.
Great. And I would love to paint the walls pink and red.
That'll be fine.
And put the weapons on display in the wall. Would that be all right?
That's also okay.
And I would love to put our war prizes in example heads of the people we, claimed. But of course, they're stuffed and sanitized.
Okay.
Instead of animals, it's people.
Sure, okay.
All right, cousin. Have a great time. Do send a letter.
Of course. And then...
we go back. We go back.
Okay.
One last drinking challenge.
Oh, okay. With who? Just with Jed? Or...
With Jed.
Okay.
I mean, if anyone would like to join, they're free, but I'd like to challenge Jed.
To go.
Like a tower of ale.
Whoa, okay. Since this is a tower of ale, we will have to do... Yeah, just do like a constitution check. I will do it and you do it, but you have to do it. You'll do it with advantage because you're resistant to poison.
Okay. Okay. it was poisonous. Okay, go.
I'll just roll. Imagine I win somehow.
That's check, right?
Yeah, it's
Or
a check,
save.
not a save. It's a check.
Okay.
Wow.
Hey. So, still, it's
Since
me.
yeah. So you won, and Jed's still okay, but you can tell that he's quite tipsy already because it was a whole tower of ale that he drank.
I will put my hand over him and just laugh. Dear cousin, I hope spending time with Ronan here builds your tolerance so that you won't be such a noob. All right. Take care of my cousin, Ronan.
Yeah, of course. And then for Vigil, he mentioned that Vigil planned on retiring, but he thinks that it might be hard to find another job that pays well. So he'll test out the waters first, but might start another organization if things go bad. He also has immediate plans. What are the immediate plans? I think he's typing. Actually, Ronan will ask you a question too, but go first to your plans. Make a kind of cemetery or place to honor the dead, the Soteris. Yeah, you can do that in the new house that you guys are gifted. You can. There's like enough land there for you to build like a cemetery to honor them. In fact, regarding that, Ronan will actually approach you, Vigil, and he's going to ask you something. Vigil, I actually wanted to ask you a question.
All right.
So, while we were actually fighting back in the temple with all the ghosts, I noticed the gun you were using, and I heard it was the same gun that that my church's enemy used. Well, basically,
what, this one right here?
yeah. You take out the gun, and then I was. I didn't want to ask you back then because I thought you could, it'd be helpful if you had the gun fighting the Archfey, but I was hoping I could buy the gun off of you. If you could let me have the gun, perhaps I can my family runs a prestigious school in the Republic, and perhaps I could let your child attend it through a scholarship of some sort, if you give me the gun.
Does
that sound?
Do we have information on the kind of school this is?
You can make a history check with advantage.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. This one's okay. This row is okay. From basic knowledge of the country, you are aware of the fact that when Ronan stopped becoming emperor, the palace that he lived on was converted into an academy for all sorts of children, and even grown-ups could attend. The school is catered also to like people with magical abilities, so they are well equipped to also help Jonathan with his mind reading and his whatever abilities he has.
All right, maybe then we can check it out together if you're free. Then maybe there I can give you the gun.
So it's so I can have the gun.
If I like what I see, maybe I can give it to you then.
Okay, all right. Uh,
All for the future of my child.
yeah. Then, he's also gonna approach you, Vendetta, actually.
Yes.
Vendetta, I also have a question. While we were fighting, I also noticed, your glaive. You're very good with glaive, but I saw the others using their Lex Talionis blades, except for you. Could I just have your Lex Talionis blade, basically?
What's in it for me?
Mm, we have me and my ex-wife. We might have a job for you that you're perfect for. You'll have a very nice payload if you take the job.
The Lex Talionis is an historic ancient blade, though, and I intend to put it on display for my uncle's business.
I see.
But we'll see. What would you use it for?
For my travels when I go around and fight people.
We shall see, Ronan. You can't have both my cousin and my blade. It's just too much.
All right. Like, whoa, you don't own your cousin, but okay.
But still, no.
all right, okay. See. So, just looking at my notes before I forget. There's something with Linc, but I worry. Linc, are you there? Are you able to converse? Can you hear me?
Hello, Linc.
This is so sad.
Hello.
Hello. Can you we're having a scene here. So are you able to how's your connection so far? Oh no. Why does this happen?
So unfortunate.
Yeah. Can you wait? I'm gonna type it down na lang. Can you hear me? And can okay.
I think Vigil will just end up giving the gun.
Nice.
I think he
Okay.
changes his mind. And he's like, yeah, this seems like a good idea. Maybe he had like a conversation with Hostess. Hostess like scolding him for not agreeing with the idea right away.
Now I can hear you. Okay. So Homer, while you're looking at the, just resting at the lake and stuff, you actually notice. Hopefully, I can keep hearing you. Oh my god. So as you are relaxing near the lake water, you actually feel a presence. The others don't sense it, only you can actually. So you notice the familiar form of Salenthia showing up in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And she tells you, "Greetings, young man. I am the Archfey Salenthia."
Are you the real Archfey Salenthia?
Yes, I am as real as I could possibly be. Why would you ask that question?
Well, it's a long story. And Homer basically recaps her on what happened with the Arcane Broker.
Yes, I understand. The Feywild are adept. People of the Fey are adept at deceptions, and I don't blame you. You know, I've actually been trying to reach out to you and intervene. However, Golgotha and his followers were keen on preventing anyone from the Shining Cabal and Shadowy Core from interfering. So I can understand your paranoia. I showed up to give my appreciation on behalf of the Shining Cabal for what you and your companions have done. Okay, I can't hear. Okay, Link's typing. I appreciate you dropping by. And then, is there anything? Okay, he's still typing. What brings you to me now? So, Salanthia tells you that, to be honest, most of the Archfey are indifferent with what is happening with the material plane. I myself cannot say I'm completely care, but the threat of Golgotha was enough to make me want to intervene and do something about this, but I couldn't. But you did. And as I was trying to find a way to interfere, I saw you, and I remembered that I was one of the few Archfays that blessed you with your abilities. I wanted to tell you that we are pleased with what you did, and perhaps we can count on you for other future crises that would involve the Feywild. If you still wish to serve the Fey. I still do wish to help the Fae, but in due time. For now, I'll prioritize what I do best. And that's providing growth. Of course, I understand and appreciate that honesty. I will be returning now to my domain. I will see you again. It might be sooner than you think, or at least it will be in my perspective. And as you say that, Salenthia's form dissipates. Oh, when you tell Ezra, you actually, she actually froze as she was leaving when you mentioned Ezra. And you notice she's also a bit wary when you mentioned her. And she tells you, I'll do my best if I encounter her. And then she disappears. Okay. And next is looking at my notes here. Who is next? Oh, Linc. Okay, you're still typing. What is it? Homer continues resting up and enjoying the breeze. and he wonders what that reaction was all about. Yeah, you do not understand why she reacted that way, but then you figure it's between the arc phase, so that's it. And then yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to say or roleplay, you can do so. Because after this, I will be jumping forward and we will be going to the house that you guys were given. So, anything else, guys? Okay, Linc is good. What about the rest of you guys?
Sorcha will say one last thing.
Okay, go on.
Before we head off our separate ways, I'd just like to thank you all. I never had much of a family growing up, but this feels like family to me. You've done so much more for me than anyone ever has, and so for that, I'm very grateful for all of y'all. And I owe y'all my life. Thank you so much. And thanks for helping me find my daddy again.
Yeah, Luke also nods and tells you, yes, thank you, Overshadow, for everything. And it was an honor working with you. Anyone want to reply to that?
You take care of your farm, Grandpa. Yeah. Us country folk gotta stick together.
I'm not that old.
You say you're not that old, but you look old. Sige, if no one else is gonna say anything, I'm gonna jump to there's a unspecified amount of time skip. You guys were able to whoever is staying in the island stayed, and those who went on their separate ways, they went. But there's an amount of time where you guys were able to gather in the place where basically your fort basically. So this is what your fort looks like. I'm gonna show you an image. So this is essentially what your real estate looks like. So this is the plot of land that you guys have, and this is basically the mansion that you guys can live in. And I want to say this will be sometime around I'll say this is like the 10th day of fall season, the 10th day of rust over. So like around a few months passed, you guys went on your separate ways, and some of you were able to take residence in this house permanently. I think Vigil, Jonathan, and Hostess in particular are the ones who basically live in this house 24/7, since Jonathan's school is like maybe an hour's drive away from there. And yeah, will be inside the mansion. So this is what the mansion looks like on the inside. There's a dinner scene here, but first there will be like another scene with Ronin, Olympia, and also Duskbunny and Vendetta.
They're over here. Wait, let me. It's over here, guys. There we go. So, Mica, Wayne, do you see where you guys are in the map?
Yep.
Okay, go. So, while you guys are there, Olympia is the one who is gathered you three over here. She told you guys that. So, Detective Simon Softail and Lady Vendetta and Ronan, I have gathered the three of you here for a very important request, actually. To get to it, I would like to invite the three of you to become members of the Gosseltea Republic Intelligence Division, or the Grid for short.
Oh, the Grid.
Yes. Because, and then Ronan's like, what is this? Is this a new intelligence group that our country made? And then Olympia's like, yes, it is. Grid is an off-the-books organization, and our goal is to collect all sorts of information on anything and everything that would be of concern for our country. With what happened in Exoria, and with the crazy things in Gamaril, and with Golgotha's invasion, I thought with Grid we could find a way to, create an intelligence network and make sure that everyone is aware of any other threats that are coming. And I thought that Vendetta, since you're taking over the intelligence business in the island, and Simon, since you work on a lot of cases, and Ronan, since you're connected to the Pharaoh and your job just lets you, go find some, a lot of, you're involved in a lot of stuff as well. So I thought you three would be like the perfect candidates for Grid.
Also, since I am also intelligent, it makes sense for an intelligence agency to have someone intelligent. It's in the name.
Yeah, exactly. Which reminds me, since you are going to be, I mean, you're a private detective, Simon, but I think now's the time to bring you in and make you an official detective of this country. And then, Duskbunny, you see Olympia pull out a badge, and this badge looks exactly like the sigil that Overshadow has as their symbol. It's made of silver, and it's colored black as well. And she gives it to you and tells you, by my authority as senator, I now name you as an official detective of the entire republic. So everywhere within this land, all the way until in this land and in Skulduggery Island, you have full jurisdiction and authority to look into any cases that could be of our concern.
This is a great honor. I was wondering, does it come in some badge sleeves, because if I put it in my pocket, I don't want it poking me. The Overshadow insignia is quite sharp.
sure. We can make a sleep for that. Sure.
Yeah, can it be an orange?
Yeah, Ronan can help you with that.
If orange isn't available, I can also do like a deep green.
Oh no, orange is very much available. Unfortunate, it's our country's national color. So yeah.
Great, because orange is nice. So yeah, so sleeve and so when you say jurisdiction, that means I can do whatever I want.
Oh my God.
No, when it comes to investigating crimes that happen in this country and in the island, then you can totally get involved in
I
that.
can
It doesn't
arrest
mean you can do
whoever
whatever you want.
I can arrest whoever I think is in the wrong.
Simon. No.
Sure,
You go
just
through
don't
the-
abuse
What?
it, you know?
No,
Like-
you take counsel from the people in the group.
Counsel, I'm not a psychologist. I'm a detective.
Oh my God. Are we really sure we need him?
Yeah, we do need them. He's
Oh.
he also does work as Duskbunny, so he gets involved in a lot of weird shit that could yeah.
Wait.
Told you.
How? Who told you about Duskbunny?
Everyone knows you're Duskbunny, dude.
No, I told you guys, but them, I didn't tell you. You told them.
I did not.
Simon, everyone knows everyone knows that you're the Duskbunny.
That's
Everyone
impossible.
knows.
My disguise is impeccable. I even changed my
Listen-
voice and everything.
There-
Why
It's
does
no-
how does-
even that
how-
uneducated ass knows you're the other guy?
How does the Duskbunny speak, in your opinion?
Well, and then he spins around. He transforms into the Duskbunny,
yeah.
and then oh shit, we're smaller here. Wait.
Yeah. I made you guys small because I couldn't find a bigger map.
Okay,
but
cool.
here.
Turns into Duskbunny, and he's like, he then says, "Alas, it is I, the Duskbunny." She's completely two different voices. Like, this is my regular voice, and this is Duskbunny's voice. No one can
Great.
tell.
Sure.
If people assume that we're the same person just because we're both Haringons, that's completely racist.
Well, you both like carrots too.
That's a very good point. I did not
Mhm.
consider to hide that in my alter ego.
That's right.
That's my mistake.
Anyway.
That's how Ronin and Olympia found out that I'm the Duskbunny.
Definitely. For
Damn.
sure.
How are you gonna change that moving forward?
One of us will have to go carnivore.
So, oh my God.
And then Olympia's like, so besides, if you're done explaining, I want to also, Vendetta, since you are now the headmistress of all the bounty hunters and all the spies in the island, I trust that you will, keep track of any weird shit that happens in the island, like things like Rebecca Karen and the other criminals over there. Can we count on you on that?
Firstly, it's not head mistress. It's
Oh.
head miss ma'am. Would that be
Oh,
okay?
yes, of course. Head Miss Ma'am.
And secondly, yes, that would be a pleasure to do so.
Okay. That's great.
That's great. What?
That's good. We now have, three
No,
valuable
she
members.
she
protecting the
she wants you to say that's great, Miss Ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's great, Miss Ma'am.
All right.
What the fuck?
So stupid. All right. So sorry. Go on.
So, anyway, I will be sending you both assignments on it, on stuff. But first, we must go and enjoy this day since we haven't seen the others in a long while. Yeah, let's go. And so I'll bring you guys over to the dinner place.
All right, dinner place.
Before that, though, let's take a quick break, guys. Whoever wants to pee, who wants to get water, or pee some more, whoever wants to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna try and call Buns or something because I don't think he's still awake.
Yeah, the poor thing.
I know.
Chickens.
See you. What happens if I call him while I'm on this call? Do I have to get off this call, or what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, BRB, guys.
Chickens. Someone wants to say hi.
Pochi
Wait.
or Mira or both.
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 Say hello. Say hello, Pochi.
Her ears are like. What are you doing, mother?
Pochi, say hi.
What is the meaning of this, mother?
So fun. Okay. Pochi was very sleepy today. She slept kuyugudly. We slept the whole day.
Pochi is like me, very sleepy today.
Yeah.
Why? Delilah. Why?
Oh, Wayne.
Yo?
Never mind. I was gonna say I messaged you on Facebook, but it appears I did not.
Okay, message me on Facebook and then we do that whole thing again.
No, it's okay. I want to share something that you might know.
Oh.
If you do not know this, I don't know who your CLF teacher in first year was.
Oh! CLF teacher, first year. Yares? No, Yares was second year. Who was my first year? I think... The Burning Bush! What's her name?
I forgot. I forgot her name.
What's her name? Madam something. The Burning Bush. Power to unite. What is this?
Did she not show you this?
Okay, so...
Yeah, what's up, Juan? Madam Villa Cruces? Mabala?
No, not Villa Cruz.
Maybe you recognize the chorus part.
The chorus? Let me skip it. Challenge of living. Read the Bible. Oh shit!
Oh yeah, you know this.
Yeah, dude.
Alright. Oh man.
Fuck.
Our class memed the shit out of the song.
I think same teacher. I just forget her name.
She had curly hair and she was kind of short.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a shame. She was one of my favorite ones.
I really
Although I didn't
liked
sleep
her.
a lot in her class.
I didn't sleep. I
Oh.
think, but yeah, I really liked her. Raffe, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, just waited
What
for us to
happened?
finish. Talking about
My
other
God,
shit.
I tried calling him. He's not. I don't. I think his phone is on silent or something. What?
Okay.
Well, if he can't make it, I'll just have to narrate his last scene, and then that's it.
Narrate the last scene.
Yeah. Can you see Kaye, are you able to like call Buns at least or something? Like, are you friends on Facebook or in
Yeah. I'll try calling him.
Sige daw. Like, call him on Messenger or whatever.
Read the Bible.
What?
Read the Bible. Read the Bible, guys.
No, I already did.
Did you actually?
No, I actually did. Yeah.
Okay.
Where did Teej go? Is he going to the bathroom?
She going to the bathroom.
He's just chilling himself on his phone.
Ah, okay. Sige,
Chilling
sige.
on his phone.
Also, Buns isn't picking up.
Oh no! Wala na. I'll have to just narrate it to
picking up.
Okay.
Read the Bible.
Okay. Sige guys, we'll continue now. Are you guys good to go? Did you get your water, your pee breaks?
Lego.
Okay, sige go. Okay, so you guys are here now in the dining area. I'm going to over here, guys, in case you're looking near the stairway. So there you are, guys, gathered in the dining table, and there's a lot of food there. In particular, there are Sorcha. You were able to bake your iconic apple pies here. A lot of pies for a lot of people, and
Yes, of course.
yeah, and it smells really great. You know, you can smell the apple and how do they smell like? What do they look like? Is there anything particular you do with the apple pies? You know, like do they come in all shapes? What's going on?
They're all like the same size, pero the pies, they have like more lattice work on them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's all different designs. Like may isa that has like carrots on the design, you know, yeah. Kunuhay, that's for Duskbunny. And then
He's gonna be very disappointed.
basically, like, and then another apple pie sad cake, there's like dragon fruits on them for Teej.
Nice.
Yeah, it's all customized for everyone. Like, there's like one pie per person, but it's all just apple pie. Decoration, some way different.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all apple
So
pie.
they're lies.
Okay. You know, there are a lot of these pies by Sorcha, but you know, just to prevent sadness from overcoming, there's also carrot cake for Simon. There is some dragon fruit ice cream for Teej to enjoy. And there are a lot of other delicious food cooked by I want to say, who's the cook in this team? No one's the designated cook in this team, actually. Is there anyone here who is whose personality is like cooking? Because Ronan doesn't cook.
Oh,
or
Homer seems like the type to make like stew or some shit.
Yeah, I feel like
Like
how would
mushroom
Homer cook stuff? Okay, Homer mostly like prepared the food as well. Yeah, because he's a farmer. And I'll say hostess also cooks. You know, because that's her role in the group. So yeah, you had a lot of assortment of food. You had like grilled hot dogs, a stack of pancakes, and even Ronan brought like roast dragon ribs with him, you know, for you guys to try. So yeah, a lot of all sorts of food are there, and you know, I'd imagine Vigil and Jonathan are the ones using like telekinesis to like serve the food conveniently for everyone else. And yeah, while you guys are enjoying your food, you know, this is I mean, Jed is asking this question, but as the DM, I'm also asking, what is the height of like everyone actually? Because I only know for a fact that Trandafira is the tallest member at 8 feet. But what's everyone's height actually? Who's the shortest here and who's like in the middle? Wait, Vendetta, what is your height though?
Let me get back to you.
Sige, so. What about Teej? Tell me what your height is. Oh, who's this? Homer's at 5'9".
Vendetta's the shortest, I think.
Like 5 feet? What are we talking?
Like 4'8".
Wow.
Whoa!
I'm not sure because it says I don't know actually because it says here Yuantis are usually 4'8", but they can be 6'6" also. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you're putting yourself at 4'8".
Yeah.
I want to say Simon is 5'8", but with his ears up, that gives him another like 6 inches, so he becomes like 6'4".
Oh, wow.
Or
Okay.
6'6" with his ears, just the ears.
Alright. So you go. What about Vigil? What is Vigil's height?
I would like to say Vigil is 5'12".
Are you serious?
You know, he doesn't want 6. He wants 5'12".
I'm insistent on that meme.
Yes.
Whoa!
I mean,
All
if I say 6, I might as well not be Carlo. Like,
Yeah.
So he's 5 foot. So he's a short guy this whole time.
No, he's 5'12". What are you talking, Raffe?
5'12". I heard 5, like just 5. I'm like, whoa. Okay.
oh, 5'12".
5'12". There we go. What about you, Teej? What is Teej's height?
5'13".
This kid.
So 6 feet then. Okay. Well, that's really tall. Okay. I mean, Teej is like 20 years old now. It makes sense. Yeah. And what about Sorcha? What is her height?
Everyone in her family is tall, so she's like mama 5'10", 5'11".
Ah, okay. Okay, there we go. 5'10", 5'11".
Or maybe 5'9". Oh no,
Okay.
5'10" lang. Okay,
Sige.
Dark Moon is 5'9". I'll make it
Yeah.
taller.
There we go. So now I have everyone's height. As if I could do anything with this. This is just me wanting to know.
That'd be funny if Vigil is actually just 5. He
I
needs
know, I
everyone
was
seated before interrogating them.
I know, right? I was like, wait, it's just 5 the whole time. I was having a mental crisis, like, whoa.
Shattered reality.
Yeah. So Vigil, you don't exactly plan on retiring. You plan on like starting a group just in case, right? So, because before that, I was gonna offer you the option of like, oh yeah, the mayor could like, and the rest of the leadership could just fake your deaths, so you could just like live life without worrying. So, are you still gonna take that offer? Are you gonna like fake your death?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Oh my
All for the
god.
safety of my family.
That's true, yeah. So there we go. Officially speaking, you and perhaps Hostess and Jonathan died during the crisis, but
Guess everybody
everyone
else
knows
is
that
too.
they're alive. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. So you're dead, and I assume you have new identities now. So, but you know, you're going by the name that the group knows you as. You know, so there's that, and yeah. Uh, the three of you are the ones who mostly like make this big house your own. But occasionally the others visit because it's technically also their land too. So everyone has access to this one. And yeah, before before I know, uh, there's also the fact that Ronan actually asked Sorcha this question, like, Sorcha, by any chance you're related to this lady called Dark Moon, right?
I'm sorry, who?
Shade.
No,
This,
no, she doesn't know their names.
Oh, okay, okay.
Shade.
She just knows the Naashai siblings, but not their names or what they look like.
I see. So to clarify, because Ronan eventually like would hear about the Pancake Club and their exploits. So
Yeah,
he
apparently the Pancake Club is famous.
yeah. So he conjures an image of Dark Moon, and so you see a tiny miniature image of Dark Moon, and it's like, no, she has an awful lot of similarities except for the color. So I assumed like maybe you know her, or and you have, I mean, you kind of went by similar names. So is it do you know her by any chance? I was just curious.
Oh. I don't know. What should I know who she is?
Perhaps not. I was just I was just curious, and
Oh,
yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
Because like in that group as well, they also have a bugbear that looks awfully like Trandafira, which is very odd.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I might try to find that person soon. But she doesn't know their siblings. So, sige na lang. Maybe they're like in the next campaign, kaya mag-leaks and all. But for now, that's all Sorcha says.
Yeah. All right. And then, so yeah, anyone else want to like bring something up? Because after this scene, we will be going with your individual and final scenes. So, drinking contest maybe. What?
It's her dog.
Huh?
Sorry.
Who wants to say anything, start anything? Maybe a drinking contest.
Duskbunny stands up. And then he raises his cup of carrot juice. And he says, he takes off his hood at this point. He's still wearing his Duskbunny outfit when he takes off the hood and the sauce. And then he says, I want to say that spending all this time with you, the people around this table, has been quite special to me. I don't show it so much because, as you know, I'm a very dark and edgy type of personality. So you might not get the feeling that I care about any of you. But the truth is, I do. And I just want to say, I'm very proud to be part of Overshadow. And he extends his cup forwards and raises it towards the rest of the group in the table. And then he says, let us see how far we can cast our shade. And then he drinks his cup.
Nice.
And he sits down.
Okay. What about the rest of you guys? Sige na guys, this is like the last group seen together.
Sorcha's good. She said everything she. No, you mute yourself. Hey. Sorry. Okay, DJ is not using speakers, so we'll echo on your phone anyways. Sorcha has said everything she needed to say. But she just keeps saying thank you to you guys.
Okay. What about you, TJ? Are you gonna say something sad or?
Keeps crying.
Oh wow. Sige.
What kind of crying?
Like what kind? Ugly crying or? Wait, where is TJ here?
No, teacher smiling, but you can see like tears.
Oh.
Aw,
Yeah.
he's right here. There we go. And what about you, Mica?
I will just cheers. I've said my piece already.
All right. And what about you, Carlo?
I can't think of anything on the top of my head, so probably not.
Okay. See.
Probably, just to describe it, he'll say thank you to everyone, and then none of this would be possible in my family without everyone. And imagine words. I can't think of words.
Yeah. And then, yeah, they. I imagine they would jokingly call you by whatever fake name you were assigned now, since you guys are under new identities. But yeah, you all have a good time and being able to spend time together. Because even though you guys are a bunch of criminals who have killed people for money, you still are, you found a family with each other. So, yeah, that's so heartwarming, and we can just gloss over the fact that you all killed people. Pero yeah, with this, we will now start with the closing scenes of each and every one. So gonna make this. Uh, I'll try to. I'll start first with uh, Sorcha, Bright Moon, and
Teej.
Sorcha, Homer, and Teej, because you guys wounded up like essentially in the same spot. So your last scene here is Homer and here's so as you said, you guys eventually return to you return to Athendale, where most of you originated, and from there you opened you started a farm where you guys were able to like farm apples and fruits and dragon fruit in particular for Teej and all other kinds of crops that Homer likes to grow. And not only that, but Cornelius is also there. He decided to spend more time also with you guys since he's active in the Affendale area. And yeah, so the four of you are the ones that essentially you're basically roommates. And not only that, but Homer, well, even though you're opening this farm, on the side you also started an orphanage somewhere in Affendale. And in that orphanage, you were able to, provide a home for like orphans that needed a place to stay, and grow up in a safe environment. It's your way of preventing, the things that some of your party members have had to go through since they were orphans as well.
Oh.
And yeah, Luke is also there somewhere, but the farm is also built nearby the residence of Sorcha's grandparents. So Sorcha, you're able to just go back and forth whenever you please, since they're like in a walking distance. So yeah, the three of you are the ones that wound up together, and you also because the three of you do have this like despite the age difference, you guys have this like roommates vibe actually, instead of a more like grandfather and his children vibe. Yeah, like in your off days, because since Homer will be taking care of the orphanage, the two of you would be doing chores and stuff, and then you'd be arguing who's not doing the chores and stuff like that, or who's not like pulling the weeds. I don't know, farming stuff.
Farming stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a farmer, so I don't know. Yeah, there we go. So that's where you guys are. And then as for Trandafira, she, on the other hand, is still working in Blightside Academy. This classroom is filled with people, by the way, but yeah, he's providing lectures and lessons still for the students that attend this school. The school's been rebuilt since months have already passed, but he's there, teaching people who, want to learn languages. And since he's also a doctor of arcane theory, like spellcasters would often like meet with him, particularly like practice incantations. And eventually though, like in his off days, Trandafira would return all the way to Athendale as well and visit you guys in the farm. But he mostly visits there because he'll be reporting to his superiors there. Because he still works for the university that he came from in Nathaniel on the side, even though he works in Brightside Academy, and also because he will spend time with his boyfriend Esmond.
Ooh.
So, yeah, they get to live a peaceful life, and at least in terms of this campaign, Trandafira is able to find content and move on from the trauma of it. Well, hopefully he's able to move on with the trauma of from his father and from the curse that was placed on him and his brothers. And so yeah, this is where he is. He works both in the island and would travel back and forth to Athendale to hang out with Homer, Sorcha, and Teej. And then, as for Vigil, while you live in the fancy mansion in the Gosselte Republic, you were able to, as you asked, you were able to sequester a bunch of land so that you can create a cemetery where you can bury and honor members of the Soteries. So here you are, gathered in the cemetery where you were able to bury some of the bodies transfer the bodies of some of the Soteries all the way and bury here in this plot of land that you now call home. And after you were done, honoring the dead, your dead, there were a few masked individuals that, showed up as well in the place to show respects. And Vigil, even you aren't actually, this isn't a shock to you because some of these masked individuals, they resemble some of the members of the Soteries that you've worked with. You recognize some of these guys are from the warrior tribe, the Handamorians, that some of the Soteries has been a part of. And these Handamorians, they show gratitude to you for, honoring their tribesmen. And they even promised that they will help look after your family because they do, as a show of gratitude as well for the respect that you gave to the Handamorians that were a part of the Soteries. And as for Vendetta, you are the proud owner of the Spearhead Club. Do you still want to call it the Spearhead Club, or are you gonna change the name? Like, I'd
like to keep it the same.
Nice. Okay. So here's the Spearhead Club. I'm not sure if the swimming pool is still there, but yeah. You're over here, by the way. You are... Okay, no, Ronan's not here. And Jed's not here. The club's really successful.
Mm-hmm.
And since you are now like... What is your title again? Not Headmiss Ma'am, right?
Yes.
Since you're now the Headmiss Ma'am of majority of the territories of Skulduggery City, you are now, you're the Headmiss Ma'am. You're like a crime boss, and some warriors work for you, Judge, directly, and they went through the screening process that you came up with.
Mm-hmm,
and even the weird goblin Vingus is working for you now as an underling. So
great.
Yeah, Vendetta, I want to say, Vendetta is now one of the best sources of information for mercenaries and adventurers. So like, if people want to get info on like criminals or like like bounty hunters would come to you to like find out like, oh, where is this person located or whatever, and then you know immediately that because you have like this information network. And not only that, you're also being fed information from Ronin and Olympia because like even though you're a criminal mastermind, like the Gosalpe Republic is also like secretly like feeding you government secrets as well. So you have a lot of you have a lot of connections. Yeah. So Vendetta's in her girl boss era now.
Hey.
Yeah, and Valak is with you, behind. You're working as partners, I guess. Like he has his own hideout in the plane of air, and he would often use like his air elementals to help you as their spies, but so yeah, you're very powerful in the island.
Nice.
So,
I love that.
And yeah, right. You're having, your last scene is just having a drinking contest with everyone here. So just here to, yeah.
I thought Romeo will retire.
Yeah, Romeo is retiring. He's having a good time here at the club.
So Charlo siya, visit lang siya with us.
Yeah, he's clubbing. He has like strippers on his side.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. And then lastly, the Kingslayer himself, Duskbunny. I just want to reiterate that like Duskbunny actually has a reputation now among the Fey creatures. The fact that he was the one who killed Golgotha, he landed the final blow. Like any Fey creature that would see him would like basically they see him as like this Kingslayer, like because he killed an Archfey. So Duskbunny basically has the title Kingslayer, at least among the Fey creatures. So here is Duskbunny. If you could put your token there, Wayne. I don't have your Duskbunny token. But this is in Skulduggery City still. And this is basically just a giant like statue of a skeleton.
Cool.
But yeah, you're looking at the city and it's the sunset, and Rock Knight is basically here just waiting for you at this meeting spot.
Duskbunny rises up the stairs, all cool, like the wind blowing on the little loose parts of his clothes and his ears blow in the wind. He arrives at the top of the stairs. He looks at Rock Knight, and then he bends forward and he raises one of his hands.
Yeah.
Rock Knight. That was a long flight of stairs. How'd you climb up? Like, did you use the stairs, or do you have like some form of grappling hook I don't know about?
I just grappling hooked all the way here. Did you really just climb up that's a lot.
I know because I don't have a grappling hook. I'm Duskbunny. I'm known for my guns. So I have guns. I can't shoot my way up. Wait. And Duskbunny has an idea.
The fact that I built your gun and then you didn't think, oh, I should have a grappling hook. Like it's an obvious. Oh my god. Okay.
No, but the thing is, we both can't have grappling hooks. It's obvious for you. You're the Rock Knight. You're based off a knight and a rock. But that's a joke. Obviously it's the monstrous bird, and you swing around with a grappling hook as if you're flying. So it makes sense. I I shouldn't do that. That can be your thing. We can go have it patented or whatever, that only you are allowed to use the grappling hook. So I have to have a different thing. And just now, I had the idea of shooting myself off the ground with some form of like gun, or like a like a
recoil boost?
like a arcane powered pogo stick gun.
Oh, maybe I can build that. It could be a good challenge for me. But anyway,
Oh,
I am
yeah.
you can have a grappling hook. We don't have to have like different things. We can have same things too.
Okay, but we have to. We're only allowed to use them at separate times, and when we know that we're going to the same place together, you have dibs.
Okay.
Okay. Good compromise.
All right. Anyway, I came here anyway to tell you that I'm here in the island because there's a job I'm gonna be taking somewhere in Mica, and I thought I should pass by and say hello.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah. Cause I'm gonna be meeting, the people that inspired me to become a hero. I'm going to be meeting the Pancake Club somewhere in Mica, so I'm quite excited about that. But yeah. But I also wanted to say that, seeing you fight up there during the Heaven Sphere incident, and like the whispers I've been hearing that you killed the Archfey, you're also like, you inspire me as well, to like aim higher at being a hero.
Oh, thanks, Rock Knight. You know what? You inspire me too. You gave me the Imperator. It's awesome piece of equipment, and if not for your creation, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Yeah. We inspire each other. We inspire a lot of people. We get inspiration. We should call when we find people like us, we should call ourselves like the inspirators or something. What do you think?
it's like Imperator, but but for inspiration.
Yeah. We should like work on our group name so that when we can find people like us, we can pitch it easy.
Great. I'm not 100% sold on inspirators yet because I don't know. It's too close to the word perspirators.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I was thinking of another bad word, but perspirator is also like what it sounds like. But yeah.
I mean, if we have like another heroic adventurer who's like a water genasi and just throws a lot of water at people, they could be called the perspirator. I don't. But anyway, that depends on who's going to be joining our heroic band group thing with a working name title.
Yeah. Or what if we call ourselves the Powerfully Uber Brigade? How does that sound?
The pube?
It's the bomb.
Oh no!
Oh,
it's PUB. There's no E in it.
Oh. What does it stand for again? Power Uber Brigade?
Yeah, Powerfully Uber Brigade.
I don't know about you, but when I think of brigade, I think of like those drum and bugle band things, like marching around. I mean, maybe if we have a bard that joins us and they're like a one-man band, I could see that happening. That's an okay thing too.
It's okay. We'll find a bard then. We'll find a bard.
Okay. In any case, I'm just happy to share this thing with more people. There should be more people like us, heroic adventurers that are so amazing and so powerful that we have to hide our secret identities.
I know. We should. I'll go find us a job first, and then maybe when we'll attract the right kind of attention.
Yeah. Good attention.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go now.
All right, you take care.
All right.
Are you gonna? Okay.
Rock Knight he will look downward and then he gets scared and then he just jumps.
Whoa. Okay. So
but you see him successfully grappling from building to building, so he has improved.
Yes. And Duskbunny like goes over to that edge where Rock Knight jumps from, and then after Rock Knight, goes so far into the distance, Duskbunny will now like bend down on one knee, all cool like, and then his one arm is gonna be posted on the ledge here, and he scours the whole. This is the top of the city, right?
Yeah. The city. You see the cityscape. In the opposite side.
Right. He scours the city with his sauce, and then he just mutters to himself, another adventure closes this day. The dust settles in, and as the darkness creeps in, one bunny will rise. And then he stands up, and then the camera zooms far out, Duskbunny's back is faced toward the camera, and there is a very beautiful view of the city, and
the moon is rising now, the evening moon.
Yeah, and then that moment holds for a while, and then Duskbunny says, okay, now I gotta start walk down these stairs, Raffe, and he starts muttering, complaining about having to walk down all the stairs.
Yeah. He walks down the stairs, and the camera just zooms far away as he walks down the stairs.
Yeah, we still see him walk down the stairs.
Yeah.
His shoulders are like hung low.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. It's dramatically zooming out, but you can still see him walking like carefully down the stairs.
There's no BGM, just the background noises, like noise.
Yeah.
Nature and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent.
And so with our closing monologue, so this is the story of 7 individuals who were isolated, abandoned, or have lost, things that are important to them. And because of that, they became criminals to survive. But even though, the world took a lot from them, they saw the value in it and found it worthy of protecting it. And so this story shows that in the grand scheme of things, when greater evil that comes beyond from this world threaten the future, perhaps even the criminals of Taran have a part to play in stopping those threats. Even if these people's lives are filled with sin and skullduggery. And that's where we end the campaign.
Hey, GG.
Hey.
Big clap, big clap.
Applause.
Great. Hey.
Yeah.
Good job.
Woo!
That was nice.
Credits roll. Pop
Credits
music comes
roll.
in.
Yeah. Rock music or pop,
Britney Spears,
pop music.
Britney Spears toxic.
Yeah,
Britney
Britney
Spears.
Spears.
I love it.
No.
For some reason, Dice E-Ray plays in the background as well.
I got that reference.
Yeah. So yeah, there we go.
Thanks, Raf.
GG.
You're
That was
welcome.
very
so
fun.
good. Like the closing too, it's so good.
Very, very fun.
Yeah. There.
Hey, good
You
job,
guys all survived and made it through the end.
Woo, we level up.
No!
We level up to 20.
No!
Oh.
No, I want them to appear in like somewhere somehow. So keeping them at level 16 sounds reasonable.
It's safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if they're level 20, I'm like, shit, how can they help then? And keep it balanced. Yeah.
Oh, do you canonically have the pistol now?
Yeah, I would like to have the pistol if Wayne would allow me to have the pistol, because me and Ken want the pistol really badly.
That's why I changed my mind midway and yes, I'll give it to you instead, because you probably want it from
Yeah.
your other
That's
campaigns.
fine. That's why.
Oh, that's why you asked also for the blade or what?
Yeah, that's why I asked for the blade too. I wanted one of the swords.
Oh no. I did not get that at all.
Can you have the blade, Vendetta? Let's
Yeah,
say
sure.
Okay, I have a blade too.
Alright.
There we go.
Hey, good
Alright,
stuff.
GG everyone.
Good game.
How long was the recording, the video?
2 hours and 12 minutes.
Hey,
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh,
short
good.
session yet.
Yeah. The only short section.
This was really just to wrap everything up on a pretty bow.
On a pretty bow.
Or a pretty ninja headband on a skull's head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
This
we
is such an interesting image. I really like it, but what? I mean, makes sense because like Maitan is like Japanese.
Yeah.
And this is like the necromancy.
Yeah, there was a necromancer artist, It's like, let's do that. Yeah.
This is a skeleton of a giant.
Out of context, it doesn't make sense.
It's the skeleton of a giant actually, and
Is it-
then during the battle they animated it actually.
That's so
for
cool.
battle.
This is a real katana.
This was a katana they built. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is pretty cool.
There.
Like that. GG's.
Uh,
All right.
That
Thanks, Raf. Fun
was
campaign.
that was kind of good practice for me, I guess.
yeah. Thank you, said guys, for playing this campaign with me.
Hey, I like it. Satisfied.
This was fun.
Yeah.
I like everybody.
Yeah.
Hey,
I like
good
that I
stuff.
finally like played an evil character, but Vendetta's not completely evil, no?
I don't think you
We're-
guys are.
She's very
like,
gorgeous.
We are
I don't think-
anti-heroes.
Yeah,
I
in
didn't
my
feel
mind,
evil at that time, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, in my mind, you never like killed innocent people. At least,
Yeah.
Bye,
But they
Link.
did make
Hope your
very-
internet gets better.
Bye, Link.
Bye, Link.
Yeah.
I think Teej killed innocent people. I think his lore was I kill people for fun.
Yeah.
No.
I think CJ killed a
He
killed a
has
few.
killed
Yeah.
a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was evil. I think he just has a condition.
A condition. Oh, good stuff.
Hey.
It's always.
Yeah, but I'm
always-
hoping that what? Go on.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that it's always refreshing when I get to play at your campaigns and I get to play like the unconventional characters.
Yeah.
In your first campaign with Ricky Corponi and this one with Duskbunny as well. It's always fun.
Yeah, and yeah, I always make it a point without to like make my campaigns like weird or I don't know. Yeah.
Not
Right.
super stressful also.
By the way, guys, oh my god, half of you are gone. But before you guys go, but I kinda wanna because like I wasn't able to do this with my old campaign mates when I finished my first campaign, but if you guys have time, but I want to like maybe treat you guys to pizza or something. Like we could meet in Ayala or something.
Wow, let's do that.
Hey.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Pero when can we do it? Can we do it next weekend or tomorrow? Like what are your thinkings?
I
But
cannot tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about with me and like Russ on Saturday?
So yeah,
Um,
I'm usually I'm more free on weekdays than weekends, but I know that's like opposite for most other people.
His
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Every day. So TJ has school on weekdays.
What about next weekend Sunday? Like
We'll be
lunchtime.
in
Is that-
Negros.
Yeah, the three of them are in Negros now.
We'll be back
It'll be
December
on
no?
Friday.
Oh, we can do
Friday.
the December
25.
the next week after that.
What
So-
is sad if you guys are, up for it?
Yeah, so 3 and 4. Pwede ra. Mas Gina
Sige,
ko ang
sige.
3. Actually, either will
Okay.
be really fine, 3 or 4.
Hey guys, just save the date lang so that
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did we have an arranged date? I think I missed that.
3 or
Uh,
4.
3 or 4.
That's a tentative.
3 or
Mm.
4.
Okay, I'm gonna be in Manila on 25 November.
Okay.
I'm not sure if
Ah.
I'll be back. I'm not sure if I'll be back by December 3 or 4.
Okay.
Okay. No worries.
Alright.
Sige,
No worries.
Keep us
Cool, yeah.
posted.
Yes,
Carlo, like now that you've played D&D up to like level 16, maybe for the next tables where they start at level 8, you can join them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can.
Well, my I think the biggest gripe I have with D&D is how long it takes per session.
Yeah.
That's
My attention span is super short, especially
Sure.
recently.
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. Yeah. At least
So
for
sometimes
Wayne,
I catch
At least
myself
for-
spacing out and I don't understand what's happening in the story.
it's okay. It's understandable bitaw. And then because I've watched like D&D live as well, and I would like zone out. Like the hapon I was watching Critical Role, like their Mighty Nine reunion, I spaced out sometimes. So I was like, what happened now? Yeah. But I think with Wayne's campaign, because mine takes like 4 hours at most. Like he's able to keep his to 3 most of the time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's also a good practice for me to keep the same attention span like I did before.
You can join like one shots. They're very very short, or they can be very short.
That depends, because some one shots, everyone, the DM is like, oh, I only have one session, I better fit everything in, and then it turns into a 5-hour, 6-hour session.
That's
My
true.
issue is not how long the overall campaign is, just per session.
Right.
Okay.
But you can give it a try or let me know. I think you can join ilaha raffing a table, the scale breakers. Okay, they're the ones nga are not that many yet. I think, how many are you, Raff? 5?
We're just 5. I
Yeah.
mean, unless Nola is still hanging around, then yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'd love to
I
up
don't-
Nola also.
yeah. I don't know about like
But-
Nola being a permanent player, but like
Yeah.
guest lang sad.
Yeah, but it's yeah. And then
So, because the other tables, they're already like 6 players, and
yeah, no.
But
You
yeah,
can use
By the
one
way-
Carlo for
Just so-
Pancake Club.
just so you can like, you know, keep continuing to hang out with us, because I'd hate for you to like after this session kay dili na ka magplay DnD with us for a long time na sad. Unless
Yeah,
unless
that's one of the things I was thinking also a while ago while I was taking a
Yeah.
cause like
break.
yeah, cause me personally
I
kuan
can't-
man
Sorry.
I'm not gonna be starting a new campaign anytime soon. Like I really want to finish these 3 tables.
Yeah.
And sila Raffe kay dili pa man anytime soon, man next year pa ilahang season
Oh,
2.
no worries, no worries. I'm personally managing my thesis and I have a client for video editing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to balance those two, and I kind of don't want to add any other like things distracting me from those.
Yeah,
Since I'm
dude.
also very prone to being distracted inside my house.
Yeah.
So any more time might make me just panic. So yeah, my thesis, I'll be able to submit my related literature in 6 weeks, and I think then I'll be free for other campaigns.
Murag dugay pa ang skill breakers next year pa jud.
Yeah,
like
right. 6 weeks is after 6 weeks I'll be looking for another campaign.
I
Julio,
know.
Julio.
I do plan on like doing another campaign for Sin and Skulduggery, but that's a different characters now, and that's like next year. But so
That's one. I think one of the lessons I've learned is trying to go for a character that's different than my personality. As my first character is just kind of hard for me to roleplay. I want to go something more goofy like Wayne did. Like anytime Duskbunny spoke, is like, yeah, it's time to
Yeah.
chip in on something. But then I don't speak sometimes because I think it's out of character for my character, so I'm in that limbo.
Yeah. I think that will fit Bitaw if you play someone funny.
yeah.
Well, I kind of want to mess around, but then Mr. Vigil's like more of a
Yeah.
mess around in a different way.
Yeah. Alright.
For I wanted to ask you guys like, well, Wayne's already like this is the second campaign you've finished under me, but the rest of you guys, like, do you have any like maybe feedback or thoughts on like how I DM or what I do or like room for improvement or if you notice something I tend to do,
Alright, I'll cut the video there. That was Sin and Skulduggery, the finale, DM'd by Raffe. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy, and see you on the next video. Bye. Peace.